Formula E's return to Monaco did not disappoint. Battles up and down the grid, and once that action started, it didn't stop until the checkered flag. Who said this was a track that you couldn't overtake on? Not really sure where to start, but we'll give it a go. Let's take a look at what we learned from the 2019 Monaco E-Prix. So first up, the streak is over and now the battle for the title begins. Jean-Eric Vergne was the first driver to take the top spot of the podium twice this season. He led the race from start to finish, but not short of competition, and as a result of his win, he now sits at the top of the Drivers' Championship. The perfect spot, you might say, to launch a title defence in the remaining 4 races of the season. And if he manages that, he'll be the first ever Formula E 2-time champion.
I don't really know what to feel. I mean, what I'm feeling right now. I'm just extremely happy after a bad race in Paris. It's good, you know, to be back on the podium and on the win and on top of the championship. So, yeah, I'm just extremely happy with how today went.
Oliver Rowland has impressed again in his first season in Formula E, second podium of the season, which now means he's the highest scoring rookie in the championship. I think it's safe to say that with 3 pole positions, we should expect to see plenty more of Oliver Rowland.
The podium is good, but I'm more happy with the race performance. I didn't expect to be competitive. To be honest, I expected to manage the race and hang on for dear life, but in the end, it was very good. And that's the biggest thing I'm actually happy about.
There is absolutely no question that you are in a rapid car. What does that give you going forward? Do it give you a little bit of extra confidence that you can really push for some more points and more podiums?
For sure, the team do a fantastic job and have produced a mega car. We maximise absolutely everything. I mean, if you look at all the data and stuff like that, you know, we're doing a great job in braking, cornering. All that side of stuff is, you know, we're really maximising everything, and I work very hard, you know, before the race. Almost 4 days in the sim before each race, which is pretty tough, so I think we deserve what we get, and we're a pretty small team in general. There's not that many people, and you know, to see us maximising it like we are is great.
It's finally happened. We all knew it was coming. Felipe Massa has got his first podium in Formula E, and what a place to do it. His experience on the Monte Carlo circuit paid dividends. That attack mode defence from Buemi and then capitalising on the Pascal Wehrlein mistake gave him that podium spot in his team Venturi's home race.
The race was just perfect from the beginning to the end. I used everything in the perfect way. Even the battery a little bit too much to finish without battery, but in the right time. But I think the best was to finish the race, watching my son there screaming with his friends from the school. I think that's really gives me an extra happiness, you know, emotion. But also after the race, when I did a good hug with Gilles Le Pastor, after everything that he passed through, for me this is something that is, you feel more than just the result. You feel more than, you know, you're working, you know, because you're doing what I love to do. I think that's really, you know, difficult to find a better job to do in your life than being a driver and receive all of these things.
It's got to be said that the competition in Formula E this season, it's unmatchable. Today in qualifying, all 22 drivers were within a second of each other, and then after the action-packed race, things have been left looking very interesting in the Drivers' Championship. So that's what we're taking away from the race, but what do you think? Can Jev maintain his position in the standings and defend his title? Will we see Felipe Massa on the podium again this season? And after the mistake that cost him a podium, will Pascal Wehrlein bounce back in his home race in Berlin? Let us know in the comments.